My name's Jane Fisher. I'm Jean Howe's Professor of Women's Health at Monash University, and I practice as a clinical psychologist. Our mental health or emotional well-being is influenced by our life experiences and our circumstances and how we think about them. 7 aspects of life are consistently linked with emotional well-being, and in being aware of and active about these, we can protect our mental health at all life stages. The first is the quality of our relationships with family, friends, colleagues and neighbours. Relationships that are characterised by trust, warmth, humour, mutual respect and the giving and receiving of care and understanding are one of the most crucial protective factors for mental health. In contrast, experiencing insensitivity, lack of empathy, criticism or at worst coercion and intimidation, especially in close family relationships, is bad for mental health. Being committed to good relationships and nourishing them through being thoughtful, kind, reliable and non-judgmental is always beneficial. It's important to feed back to others if their behaviour is having a harmful effect on you, to become practiced at saying, when you do or say this, I feel this. If necessary, get professional help to address destructive or unsatisfactory relationships. The second is to have daily opportunities to experience achievement and satisfaction. It's good for our mental health to feel a sense of achievement, that something we wanted to do has been completed, or that we've learnt something new or finished a task on our to-do list. This might be to do with routine activities like preparing an evening meal or putting a new plant in the garden. Or it might be completing a project at work, reading a book or finishing a job that you've been putting off. It's important to find something each day that gives you a sense of reward or satisfaction. Third is personal safety. Experiencing violence at home or in your neighbourhood, or being devalued or mistreated in your workplace is harmful to mental health. If you feel frightened of someone close to you, or if you feel intimidated and unable to express your needs at work, it's important not to regard these situations as normal or acceptable. If you feel unable to change them on your own, it's really important to confide in another person, a friend, a health professional or a workplace mentor, and to obtain assistance. If you feel frightened about leaving home, then it's important to become involved in a community activity to improve your neighbourhood. Good physical health and good mental health are closely linked. Experiencing poor health or a chronic health condition can limit your ability to participate socially and economically, with flow-on adverse effects on mental health. Physical activity benefits mental health and promotes a sense of well-being. Even if a health condition limits what you can do, it's important to have high-quality information and health care so that you can continue to participate as fully as possible. Attending for recommended health screening and health checks and being well informed about health conditions and treatment options enables us to be active in optimising health. It's important to know that you always have a right to a second opinion and to feel confident to ask your healthcare provider questions until you have all the information you need. Engagement in a shared or collaborative endeavour reduces isolation and increases our sense of purpose and value, and so is beneficial for mental health. Community connections vary with our circumstances, but can include being part of a team at work or a voluntary organisation, or joining a group with interests in common like a choir, a mother's group or a sporting team. It's important to have regular contact with each other in order to foster a sense of belonging. The sixth is financial autonomy. It's always important to be fully aware of your own and your family's financial situation and to take an active part in decisions about the management of household expenditure. Traditionally, women were excluded from these aspects of family life, and this is no longer acceptable. Check your employee entitlements and ensure they're being protected. Know the details of family assets and debts, of insurance and superannuation. Make sure that you participate equally in making major financial decisions. Finally, our access to resources. Circumstances can limit our choices about where we live, but in general mental health is protective if our housing is of adequate quality and we have access to transport, healthcare, community services and leisure activities. These are not so easily within personal control, but seeking the best available to us in our situation and lobbying for better resources if we are in an area with limited services is beneficial. If, despite all these, you're feeling worried, sad, lonely or unable to make decisions, remember that specialist mental health care can be arranged by your GP and is always available.